Hello guys, here we are again. Right, so today's job, to start with, see the steering box? We left that in overnight with the new oil in it, but just had this just sat on the top so that any air could escape. And as you can see, that has indeed escaped and pushed some oil out with it, which is what we expected. That's why we did it. So I'm going to clean that up and tighten that filler up. And it looks like we've got a bit of it just squeezed out of the top there. That's alright. It's nothing that we didn't expect to happen. So we'll get that cleaned up, and then we're going to start the Jeep up. Well, take it down first so it isn't jacked up. Start the Jeep up and then take it for a quick spin. Just see how the steering's doing now that we've tightened it up and put that oil in. Right, so I'll get started. I don't know about everyone else, but I always get nervous when I'm taking a jack down on a vehicle for some reason. There we go. Jack's in better days. Right, spin that around to the other side and get the axle stand out of the way. Conveniently fits just under the leaf spring in between all the bolts. And down she goes. Get started up and see what the steering's doing. Right, time to start up, see how she's going to behave today. Really happy apparently. Oh, she's happy. So I'm going to quickly take this for a spin. I can't see anywhere I can put the camera at the minute, to be honest, because everything's such a mess. So I'll take this for a spin and then we'll see what happens. Just thought I'd show you that, because I've got the cover off. You often get to see it. It's a bit rattly at the minute. You don't hear it when that cover's all on. That's just normal, that's just because it's open. It's never caused me any problems. Smart. Right, you're back from the quick test run. First thing we've learned is the weather hates us. It literally got about 5 seconds down the road and it just started chucking it down the rain. So that's brilliant. And that I believe is water, not oil, so that's alright. Yeah, that's water, because rain is fun. Oh dear. Lovely. So, what else did we learn? The cover needs to go back on the inspection port, because otherwise that's going to cause some problems. But basically the steering's too tight, so you can put this on a full lock. You see here, this is, if I turn it that way, you see that wants to spring back a bit, or hopefully you can see that. If I turn it the other way, which is where the problem is, it's where it's got a tight spot, see that don't want to spring back. when you're going that way. And you can basically put it full lock to the left and go around a roundabout with it like it. That doesn't seem to care. I went down to the local recreation ground and just spun it around on the gravel, and that would go around in donuts all day without your hand on the wheel. So I'm going to have to get down here and adjust the steering, slack that off a little bit, and then when this rain, which I think is just a shower, when that goes, I'll take it back out again and see if that's worked. I better just clean the windscreen as it's soaking wet, and I'll get back to you in a bit. Right guys, sorry about the bad angle, but there's not very good place to pop it up. Just going to slacken my steering off a little bit. When you do that, got a little nut there, there's an adjustment screw inside it. So if I just slack that off, a little bit more than that, I should be able to just do that, tighten it back up. So I need more than that. Let's try that. That's better. Right. So, you see here, now when I turn the wheel to the right, it's bringing back. If I turn it to the left, I've still got a little dead spot, but then when you walk past that, that's gone back to being returny. And that has obviously made the steering a little looser. But I think the rain's stopped now, so I'll start the Jeep back up and we'll go for a ride and see how it's doing. Before I set it out again, I thought that makes sense to put the inspection cover back over there. It's not a good idea driving around with that exposed, especially when it's a bit wet like it is today. And me, I'm going to stick my foot in the clutch or something stupid. So I thought I'd just pop that on. Now I'm just waiting for the rain to go away. Alright guys, we are back. So I've been out in it a couple of times now and adjusted the steering 3 times. And what I've basically come to the conclusion is the steering's now a lot better than it was. You just have a slight tight spot. You go to the left, see how you turn it at all, and that spring right back. Go to the right, and you've got a dead spot. And then there, that'll spring right back, so that's nowhere near as bad as it was. And it's perfectly, when you're driving it, you can't feel it on the steering wheel. It's a lot better than it was before we put the oil in. When it just had that grease in, that was horrible to drive. So the steering's now tighter, because I've tightened it up again, but just not quite as much as it was before we started today. So the steering's tighter. The spot is there. If you had your wheel at that angle, you could go around a corner without your hand on the wheel at that angle. But if you have it like it was earlier, where you could have full locked it, well, now that won't do that. Even though the steering's actually been tightened since then, that's now freed that up. So I think I'm going to stick with the steering set there. The box itself doesn't seem to have suddenly thrown oil everywhere. The gasket doesn't look like it's weeping. I'm pretty happy with that. The side's going to be off for a while longer because I've got to paint this master cylinder and sort that out. We're going to do a couple of other jobs. We might have the valve cover off because that's got a gasket problem and needs some more copper washers on the bolts because they're leaking oil outside the engine. So there'll probably be jobs that get done before that goes. And right, I think let's see what we can do on the body. Get this light moved back into the middle and see what we can do on the body today. Right, now I've got the light moved and actually see what we're doing again. Thanks to the lovely weather, everything is now slightly damp, so I'll take this opportunity to just clean it. There you go, like that it came out. That's nearly, well, it is impossible to keep these things clean if you actually use them. They just get filthy, constantly full of muck, full of dust, every little bit of dirt, every footstep just come out in this old matte paint. So get a bit of the dirt off. Oh, I was thinking about painting the crank handle because I had a suspicion they were meant to be black. Supposedly that's a Ford thing, so mine should in fact be green. Well, that's what I've been told anyway. Got all this grime. I thought the paint was just wearing, but it turns out that's just filthy. Much better. I've got the cushion on the way for the seat, so hopefully, I don't think that'll arrive today. Hopefully that'll arrive tomorrow, and then we can get the seat cushion put on, and then we can put the seat in here, and that's another job done. Oh. This will be left like that for the time being. Just put a knob back on the actual gear lever so I could drive it. It's not really usable with just a stick sticking up. Probably give this all a bit of a wipe down. Not a lot else to do today really, I don't think. Probably take these fasteners out, get a proper look at all these holes, because I do have the proper ones now. How many's in there? 10? Yep, 10. Right, so that's what I'll do now. I'll grab a screwdriver, a spanner, and or a wrench as you Americans like to call them, and get these out, fit the new ones in and see what they look like. I would like to invite whoever it was who decided to bore this extra set of holes in here to do one. I mean, for God's sake, look at the state of that. It's just, oh, it's just rubbish. Right, I'm going to grab the new set of fasteners, see if they actually fit in their top holes, because they look like they're all in a line, unlike the bottom ones, and see what that look like, see if that's actually going to work, or if this is going to be another task that's more difficult than it should be. You know guys, I'm starting to think I'm going to owe someone an apology, because they ain't lining up at all. Them two are in line, but they're not lined up with the next two. So they're starting to look like maybe the holes that were being used with the other fasteners were the right ones. Well, you would have thought a rank amateur like me could have got something wrong. Never mind, I'll whop these in the bottom ones and see what they look like. Right. So we've got them in the bottom set holes now, and you can see they line up pretty well. They're not perfect, but that's pretty close, until you come from this side, all looking very nice, and then what the hell? Just what the hell? So that looks rubbish. So I look like I'll be drilling a new hole there, level them out, because I'm now almost certain that that's the way they should be, closer to the bottom. These top ones, they're all over the place with alignment, so we're going to go with that and get a new hole drilled there at some point when we do up the windscreen frame, or drill a hole and get that changed into there, and at the same time fill all these top ones up. I have got another windscreen frame coming. I'm borrowing one that my mate's got laying around just to double check, because hopefully they'll have only one set of holes. That's that job done. I just wanted to show you something different here. So if you get, this is what they should look like. That's a late war pattern one, and this here is what that had in it. So you see it's not quite the same, hasn't got that hollow end. Now my Jeep had a lot of bits from CJ2As and M38 inside it, and it's possible this is either just a bad reproduction that doesn't have the little detail, or maybe I say out of one of them and they had these solid studs. I don't know. If any of you guys know, let me know in the comments. But I'll keep these anyway, because I've got a full set and they're all in perfectly good condition. You never know, someone might need them who's on a bit of a budget or something like that, and I'll be able to help them out. Right guys, I think I'm going to call it there for this video. Got their windscreen frame, the roof mount sorted out, I think, figured out where they're going to go. Just got to drill one new hole, because I'm pretty sure that's not an original hole. It's got a big blob of weld on it, so it's probably not the original. I've just popped out the brackets for the back seat. I'm going to just take these indoors and clean them up, ready for when the new seat arrives. And then we can pop that straight in. That'll be another job out of the way. Yeah, I think I'm going to call it there for today. So thanks a lot, and I'll bring you back when we got some more work going on.